Hi and welcome to the channel. My name's Jason and 5 years ago I took up the amazing hobby of wildlife photography. During those 5 years I've learnt many things, not only about photography itself but also how it can help with mental health. Nothing beats getting out into nature, surrounded by its beauty, after the stresses of the work week and life in general. This in itself is my own therapy, my nature therapy. Early in 2025, I decided it might be fun to document my outdoor adventures at my favourite location, Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge in Sandbridge, Virginia Beach. My intention was to record a series of videos shot throughout the year and change of seasons, to not only show what a beautiful place it is, but also to show how it impacts the lives of the wildlife that call it home, and how it provides ideal habitats for a massive selection of species. It's all done in the name of fun, but I hope also there's a level of education as well as we experience it all together. I hope you enjoy this collection of videos, showing a bloke with his camera, filming and photographing the wildlife that's discovered on each walk. So without further ado, let's get this episode started. There's no better start to the morning than taking in the beauty of a sunrise. And one of the many great things about the refuge is that the east side of it borders the Atlantic Ocean. So if you get up early enough, you can stop along Sandpiper Road, walk out onto the beach and experience the kind of start to the day that I experienced that particular morning. So bring a chair and take in the natural beauty that unfolds in front of you. Breathe in that refreshing sea air. Enjoy the peace or an inspiration that such an experience can evoke. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another video. Now I'm here at the refuge and it is the last week of October. So there's only a few days left now until they close off the Dike Trails for the winter. Purpose of that being to allow the migrating birds some peace and quiet so they can get on with their business without being disturbed by people going up and down the trail. So this possibly could be the last video I do before the trails are closed. It's a Saturday morning. And I did actually plan on doing an afternoon walk around for the final one, but that's unfortunately not going to work out. So it's about 48 degrees, so a bit chilly this morning. That fall weather's definitely in full effect now. So I'm going to walk my way down Raptor Trail, see if anything's down here early this morning. And then we'll head off down towards the Dike Trail. Possibly go over to the east side as well. But for now, let's go for a walk. There's plenty of birds around this morning. I can see a belted kingfisher off there, over across the retention pool in the distance over the trees. Plenty of little birds around. Haven't heard Mr. Wren this morning. I'm sure he's around and he'll let us know soon. Now you can see things have changed quite a lot since we were last down here. The leaves are off a lot of the trees now. Got a nice crisp autumn morning. Little birds everywhere. All the way down here. There's a grey catbird there in the back of the reeds. You can hear that distinctive sound. Almost sounds like a little kitten. All of a sudden, back behind me, I heard a knocking sound and turned back to the retention pool to investigate. The belted kingfisher had returned and was perched at the top of the tree, bashing a small catfish against it. The sun was directly behind it, causing heavy shadow when focused towards it, so although I couldn't get any detailed shots, I was able to capture a sequence in almost silhouette as the kingfisher subdued its catch and enjoyed its breakfast. I'm going to head down towards the west side of the refuge. There you go, I don't know if the phone's going to pick them up, but there's a ton of these yellow rump warblers around. Always is this time of year. Beautifully coloured little birds. If you get up close to one, you see you've got those little yellow bums, hence the name. Yeah, all the way down here as well, yellow rump warblers. All up in the trees. You can hear them chirping away. Now, walking down the west side of the refuge, you can see that the colour's pretty much gone from the reeds and grasses here at the side of the trail. That can make for some really nice looking photos in the early morning light. You just need to have a subject on them to get a good photo. So but you can just see how things change here at the refuge by looking through these videos. Been doing them now for the last 6 months. Hope you've been enjoying them. It's been great documenting my visits here over that period of time. Getting to see how things change. The different animals that you can see at the different times of year. And I will continue to come out here throughout the winter once the Dike Trail's closed. Maybe not as often, but hopefully enough to keep the content coming your way every 2 weeks. I'll do my best. Making my way along the reed bed, I was able to find and photograph what would be the last tree frogs for this year, including one that seemed to be going through its morning yoga routine. Now, although they do close down the Dike Trails for the winter time, you can still come out here to the refuge during the winter. There's always plenty to see. You just can't go down those 2 long trails at all. So you've still got access to the rest of the refuge, including getting down on the beach. So I'll be coming down here, as I've said, different times throughout the winter. I'd highly recommend still coming down here that time of year as well. Don't be put off by the weather. It's always possible to see things. And you just get to walk around this beautiful place as well. So it's a win-win, really. So I'm just coming up on the West Dike gate there. I'm going to head over to the east side first of all, see if there's anything about down there. And then we'll come back this way and head off down there for one last time this year. There's one of those orchard orb weaver spiders. Oh, he just disappeared. I'm just quite surprised I managed to say its name first time. Well, didn't see anything down the east side this morning. I stopped off at the wildlife looking in case there was anything there. Saw another orchard orb weaver. Hey, I managed to say it again. I'm getting better at this game, aren't I? Anyway, I'm going to make my way back down the east side, do a left, head on down to the west. All right, then here we go. Last time for this year down the West Dike Trail. Let's see if anything's around. I can see a couple of deer there across the water. At first, it seemed like I wasn't going to have a clear view of the 2 deer with all that dense cover, but then I got lucky. They walked out into a clear area and then proceeded to move along and graze across from me. I was able to capture a few photos and also a few different sequences of footage before they finally moved off out of sight.
Well, that was awesome. Got to spend some time with those 2 deer there across the water. Managed to get some nice footage and a few photos. They were in and out of the grasses quite a bit, so did manage to get some footage of them out in the open, so that was nice, feeding on the grass. So it's been quite a day for deer today. You would have seen earlier on in the video that little bit of footage of the buck on the road as I was coming into the refuge. That's pretty funny really, because yesterday a friend of mine on Facebook posted a picture of a pair of deer, a buck and a doe, and I commented that I've never seen a buck here at the refuge in all the years I've been coming here. And then the following morning, this morning, on the way into the refuge, and there was one walking down the side of the road, so pretty special. But down at the pools you can see the water levels are down, so there's plenty of birds looking around for food in the shallow. We've got a great blue heron just over there. There's a lot of smaller birds out here as well. Can't really make out what they are in the glare of the sun, but probably yellow legs, more than likely greater. Could be some sandpipers and plovers, but for the most part it looks like greater yellow legs. Well, I made it down towards the end of the West Dike Trail, but unfortunately didn't see anything else, so I'm heading back. Just going to savour some of this scenery. It's going to be nearly 6 months before I get to see it again, and I hope you've been enjoying it throughout the time that I've been doing these videos. So we've had some amazing wildlife encounters coming down this trail this year, so really looking forward to it opening up again next year. Let's go over here. Amazing views. That's why it's great just to come out here, even if you're not trying to photograph wildlife, just to take it all in, be out in nature. Dare I say it, nature therapy. Alright then, farewell to the greater yellowlegs and the herons and all those other beautiful birds that call this home. So I'm just coming past this corner here. Over the last 6 months since I started the videos, we've had some great encounters with wildlife, not least of which was the otters. We saw the pair of those coming up out of the water, across the trail, and back into the water on the other side. That was a fantastic day. So that's it for this year down the West Dike Trail. So ends that chapter, and a new chapter will begin again in the spring. Alright then guys, that wraps it up for this one, and it wraps it up for this year's walk down the Dike Trails as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Got to see probably the best deer encounter of the year, so that was definitely something special. I will be coming here during the winter, not as often as I have been during the rest of the year, but I will hopefully be making content enough to keep on uploading videos. So thanks very much to all of you that support the channel, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Until then, enjoy your wildlife photography, taking all that amazing nature therapy, and I'll see you soon. Take care guys. Cheers.